Hey guys, welcome back to Kryptonite. Be your own bank. Yes, guys, I'm changing my slogan from Kryptonite. It's the kryptonite of the banking system. I'm changing it to be your own bank because it's shorter and I feel like it gets across what I believe crypto is. And it's a way for people to take control of their finances. It's a way for them to be their own bank, right? We could go and give our money to a bank, which does offer something, right? They are gonna, hold our money for us. So it's not without some sort of benefit, but the interest rate we're gonna get is nothing while they take our money and they go invest it and they go make money off of it, right? That's how banking works. And they give us a little bit of security in return, right? They used to give us a lot better returns. Right now, because the interest rates are so high, we are getting a little bit better returns in the banks, depending on which bank you're going to. I would definitely recommend moving your money around to banks that offer a 3 to 5% minimum rate of return on your money. So I have my in various bank accounts that it has to be at least 3 to 5% is what I'm getting just for my cash sitting. So if you're sitting in a Bank of America account, or an account that's you're not getting any return, you're hugely missing out on getting 3 to 5% just for your cash sitting, with the interest rates being so high. So I would recommend looking around for different banks that are going to give you a better rate of return. But anyway, the goal of crypto is to be your own bank, to take your own money and be able to, through crypto protocols, through blockchains, be able to lend out your money to traders, to various applications that want to use it, and you can get a return on that as well. The same thing the banks are doing, except you get to do it via your crypto wallet. You can also stake. You can also help secure these blockchain networks and get rewarded in a return as well. So that's my message, guys. Be your own bank. That's what crypto is for. Now, I do focus a lot on this channel on trading, because I do love trading and the psychology of trading, and it's fascinating to me. It's such a difficult thing to master, but it is so rewarding when you do. And I'm still on the path to mastery for trading. But I also do dabble in a lot of, moving my crypto around and having it in different places where I can get a return on it. And so I'll try to cover that in future videos. But for today, I'm going to keep this video short, and we're just going to talk Bitcoin, and we're going to talk a little bit about the ETF approvals that have happened, right? We have the ETFs have been approved for multiple different, Vanguard and Fidelity and BlackRock. They've all been approved. And so we were expecting, to see some sort of price surge due to this. Now, my personal opinion, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. I think that if I'm putting myself in the mind of these institutions that have these ETFs going, I've probably been accumulating Bitcoin for this whole last run here. As you can see, we have, this whole move up. So if I'm one of those investors and I'm thinking, okay, like these ETFs are probably going to get approved, I've probably been accumulating this whole time. So I think the trade is kind of done as far as the ETF trade. It's been priced in. So I do think that a rejection and a pullback is coming. As you can see, this movement is quite explosive and quite dramatic, right? Usually we see things more like this, where you get the, a pump and then a pullback, pump, pullback, right? So this has just been a dramatic pump. And so usually after something like this, it's healthy for the market to come and retrace back. So here are the reasons why I think we are due for a bit of a retracement here. Again, this doesn't mean I'm selling any of my Bitcoin at all, because I could be wrong and it could just continue to pump, right? Because the halving is coming up in April. So I could be wrong here, guys. This is just my best guess, right? So I'm not selling any of my Bitcoin. I'm holding. I am waiting, though, a little bit to see if we get a retracement to accumulate some Bitcoin. Hopefully under 40K. That would be a dream for Bitcoin to come and retrace back to the 30 to 40K range. I would do some heavy accumulation there. So I'm hoping that it will come back, right? Because we have this, this high volume here. And a lot of times it likes to get sucked back, right? It wants to get sucked back to where the high volume is. So I could definitely see a scenario in which now that the ETF is done, right? It's kind of a buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So this has already been priced in. And so now a lot of people are going to be taking their profits at this level. And I could definitely see a retracement coming almost all the way back, maybe to even $30,000, right? Where we have some support here from some previous tops, and it would want to come back and retest as support before, moving up, right? Because as you can see, the market comes up, down, right? So there needs to be healthy corrections along the way. Again, this is quite dramatic and explosive, so I do expect a retracement back. I'm hoping the 30K. And one of the reasons I'm thinking that is because we do see that this is a pretty strong level right here. You can see we had a lot of, oh my gosh, I'm so annoyed recently with I have to reload my trading view to get it to stop glitching like that. But as you can see, we have a lot of, we had support here, resistance here, consolidation here, resistance here, dramatic move down, a dramatic move down from this level, right? So we are approaching this level again. We actually winked up into it, hitting almost like 49,000. So we're now in this area, which I think will act as temporary resistance. I believe this is also, if I'm not mistaken, let's see if this is I believe this is a Fibonacci level. Yeah, so this is also the 382 golden pocket Fibonacci level of this entire move down. So again, it's a golden pocket for a reason. It's a level that often gets, there's often a lot of buyers and sellers at those levels. As you can see as well, we do have quite a high volume node here at this level. As you can see, it's quite dramatic. So that also could indicate that there's a lot of buying and selling at this level, which means we could see a nice rejection from this level and a consolidation. I don't expect it to be, a massive, I don't expect us to go a new low. I mean, that would be amazing if it did. Don't get me wrong. I would be ecstatic because Bitcoin would be so freaking cheap before the halving. So I would love that, but I don't expect that. But again, I am looking to take a short at this level because I do think that we are due for a retracement. As you can see, the volume as well has kind of declined in a sense as we've moved up, and that's also kind of a sign of the weakening interest in buying at that level per se. So that's another thing. You want to see a lot higher volume. I'd want to see an increase in volume overall here as compared to here, that first move up, but it's actually less volume in my opinion. So I do think we are due for a correction. Also, if we take a look at the daily chart, we can see that we have some signs here. So one sign I'm looking at is we've got 3 candles here, and one is about to print in about 2 hours. And these are small spread candles, right? Very small spread candles, but look at the volume, right? Huge volume, big volume spikes on all 3 of these candles, right? So that's usually a sign that we could see a trend reversal, could be imminent, right? Sometimes you can get a trend reversal off just one of those candles, but to have 3 high volume small spread candles like that at this major 382 resistance level, that to me is a sign to go short. The other thing I'm seeing is it hasn't printed yet, but I am seeing the potential for a pretty massive daily bearish divergence here, right? We had one previous here, and we did have just small little retracements, right? This isn't a sign that it's like a guarantee. You can a lot of times see multiple bearish divergences within an uptrend before the actual reversal takes place. As you can see, these weren't really huge divergences. We did have some minor pullbacks, but overall, this one though, I mean, this one could be quite massive. If this, I mean, that's in comparison, that's a significant bearish divergence. So that's my opinion. I right now am not buying any Bitcoin at the moment. I do expect a retracement, so I am waiting to get a little bit more as we come back down. And I do see a potential for a short position to be taken at this level due to just the volume, those candles, the divergence, and just it being a long-term area with a lot of volume, etc. So that is my current take on Bitcoin. Again, I'm very bullish overall. We still have a long way to go in terms of the ETF. Or sorry, the ETF is done. I'm sorry, the halving. So we still have some time before the halving. I do think if I'm putting myself in the mind of some of these big institutions, right? Maybe some of them have already accumulated some Bitcoin. Maybe some of them haven't. You know, if I'm these institutions, I'm thinking the halving's coming up soon, right? A few months away. I want to get more, but I don't want to buy at these high prices right now. So what can I do to FUD the price, to create some negative news, to create some sell-offs to where I can get this price down into like the 25, 30K, maybe get some people thinking like, oh, that was it. Like we just made a lower high. So now we're going to continue to go down. Bitcoin's done. Bitcoin, you know what I mean? Like I want to get FUD. I want to get fear because I want to dump that price before the halving, because the halving is when things really tend to take off and there's really nothing these institutions can do to stop that from happening, because it's just an event that these big players don't have control over. They don't have control over the algorithm of Bitcoin and how it is in an inelastic supply that gets cut in half at the halving, right? That's out of their control. That's the whole point of Bitcoin, is it's not in control of any one nation or any one person or any group of people. It's a worldwide currency that operates on its own rules. And so the big institutions can do what they want to manipulate to whatever extent they can. But at the end of the day, the halving is going to happen. No one is going to stop that. The supply is going to get cut. And that usually is bullish because supply and demand, less supply, increasing demand, it's going to go up. So if I'm one of these investors, I'm thinking I need to FUD, I need to dump this price as low as I can go before the halving. So that's what I'm expecting is going to happen. I am sitting on the side. I'm holding my current Bitcoin, but I'm sitting on the sidelines. I'm waiting for a drop so I can get some cheaper Bitcoin. Again, dollar cost averaging is also a great strategy. I've should have been dollar cost averaging from about 35 to this whole time, but I have not, because I have felt like some sort of cool off period is needed, and I could be wrong on that, and I could pay the price for that, and I could regret not dollar cost averaging in between 35 and 50K this whole time. I could have been buying, I could have been accumulating, I haven't, and I could totally be wrong on that, and I might regret that. So, you know, obviously if you're someone that's not looking at it daily like I am, you might want to just dollar cost average. That's the safe way to do it. I am trying to time the market to some extent with some buys, and there would be some people that would say it's not wise. It's very difficult to do. I totally agree with that. It's again, I would recommend, do as I say, not as I do, I guess. But I do like to try to somewhat time the market in terms of just with all the trading skills I've accumulated over the last 3 years. I have a decent sense of what's going on. And this is my best prediction. So that's what I got for you guys. Yeah, I'm going to be looking for a short position potentially when this candle closes in a couple hours. Yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I can't think of anything else that I wanted to cover today. I'll have more stuff going in the future. So I'm going to try to get on this and be posting videos more often, guys. If you could please subscribe to my channel. If I get a certain amount of subscribers, then I can start to just live stream, and I would love to just be able to live stream this maybe every morning. Wake up, do an half-hour live stream and answer questions and chat with you guys live as well. So I would love to do that. So please subscribe so I can get to that point where I can just live stream easily. Make sure to subscribe, guys. As always, Kryptonite, be your own bank, and I will see you guys on the next one.